I want to have a common sense conversation about Charlie Kirk, about mass media and manipulation of this assassination. Um, you can join me. Here it is. So I've been brainstorming all day. I'm just doing the dishes and trying to figure it all out. And I'm like trying to solve this crime while I'm doing dishes. But so I saw how the left has weaponized Jimmy Kimmel as their Charlie Kirk, right? You're silencing him, you're taking him off the scene, and all this stuff. And I have my own nuance with that. Basically, ABC, CBS, and NBC, those are all publicly broadcast, free broadcast channels. They play by a different set of rules. It's not like a privately owned cable company or even publicly owned cable company. It wouldn't matter. But it's just the way your employer reacts to things and or what they're forced to do and can't do. Right? And I don't blame Trump, because if that were the case, Trump would have shut down the night shows a long time ago when he was getting, his ass kicked for the last decade on night shows. It wasn't even that. It's people being insensitive who Charlie Kirk is, and of course Charlie Kirk being assassinated in front of the world. Remember, Charlie Kirk's a lot different. I know people bring up Pelosi's husband, and they bring up this young lady, this congresswoman who was murdered by someone who knew them at their front door, her and her husband. I still don't know the name, right? And it's not that I don't know the name because I don't care. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the fact that I know Charlie because Charlie's a very big public figure. Charlie is a person, and Charlie Kirk, I want to make this very clear. So Charlie Kirk is a massive personality and an influence to the whole world, not just young people. The louder the message gets, the more quiet you have to calm him down, right? But so Charlie gets called in. This is why Candace has a very good point. Charlie gets called in by private equity. And if you guys are not familiar with what private equity is or what the money is on Wall Street, there are firms out there, private equity firms, that they basically control the information you receive, right? And it's not the 1%ers; it's the 0.1% of the 1%ers. These are the ultra rich. This is where all your money is in America and the whole world. All of Canada is invested with the U.S., all of the Middle East, all of Europe. Everyone is in sovereign funds and they're in private equity funds. So, and it's all the big boys. Carlyle Group. If you don't know Carlyle Group, that's President Bush and the boys, right? And that's the whole national defense and everything you got. If you know who's currently in the White House, it's Apollo run. That's where you get Benjamin Black. That's why Mark Rowan was up for Secretary of Commerce. And that's why you look at Howard Lutnick and you're like, what the hell? You actually have Wall Street on that cabinet. Bill Pulte III. These guys have all been in charge of companies that were doing proxy battles. Okay, Elliott Management is a great example. Elliott is Paul Singer. So then when you go, okay, hold on, these guys manage Wall Street, but they also manage the information you receive, right? And this all plays into Charlie. There's a reason why I'm telling you all this. Because David Rubenstein will call you and he'll be like, hey, what'd you say? This is what Candace was talking about. They'll be like, what'd you say? You shouldn't say it that way. You're not allowed to say these things. And this all stems from Mike Milken, the Milken Institute, and how everyone is in lockstep with each other. They'll bankrupt companies, they'll sell each other their own companies, and they'll overpay for them just to collect their 2 and 20. It's a rigged system, this whole damn thing. But they bought media a long time ago. When they bought the media companies, they were able to influence the information you receive. So when they started buying TBS with Ted Turner, when they started buying CBS, if you don't remember them, it was the Tisch family. You guys know them. They're the other majority owners of the Giants. They got into sports. They own everything. Private equity owns everything. I know you guys think the richest people in the world are, Elon Musk and Bezos and these guys. Those are not the richest men in the world. Those guys have to sell their positions to get cash. All right, they're not liquid. They have market caps, right? So the richest people in the world are the ones that actually just get paid the cash, and that might be Steven Schwartzman, right, from Blackstone. That would be Larry Fink, kinda. He's a little different. BlackRock's not what you think it is. I know people like to put the blame on BlackRock, but BlackRock just broke off from Blackstone back in the late 80s, early 90s, and that whole time frame was just about private equity running their own ship. But this is why you look at Bain and Company, right? Mitt Romney and the boys. Servius Capital, the same way. Dan Quayle and the boys. And then you have Apollo, you have Carlyle, you have, there's so many guys, private equity, that it's all the same circle. But if you know the nucleus of private equity, they actually come from Drexel Burnham Lambert, and that's the bulk of it. That's where they all met, that's where they all were. Ares Capital, same thing. And these guys actually are the benefactors of the Epstein campaigns, right? If you ever look at Epstein and where he got all his money from, what was funneled to him, it's private equity. This is how the world works. Okay, people know this. Candace knows this. Charlie knows this. Everybody knows this. So this is why I tell you this. They own the media. So when you see a narrative get pushed out, you see a story get pushed out, and then of course Charlie has this epiphany, this awakening just a month ago, where he starts saying, well, maybe Israel's not this, or maybe maybe we need to question the stance on all of this, because you know what, Charlie was a man of God, and he was a man of faith, and that's why it's so much more than right and left. It's good versus evil at this point. So so back to my story on why I'm feeling a certain way about this whole theory that it's some guy, and my dogs are excited, but I don't think it's a guy, right? Like one guy. Whoa! Oh shoot! That's why they were playing around. My kitten got out. My kitten's playing with them. Hey, calm down. Calm down, Tito. No. In the middle of the video, guys. Hey, leave him alone. Hey, they just want to play. No. Oh my God, guys. Hold on. Tito, you gotta stop. Thank you. I got him. Woo! My little guy got out. I apologize, guys. In the middle of the show, middle of the episode I'm talking about. Sorry. Oh, there we go. Get back to the room. Thank you. Okay. I was wondering why my dogs were running around going crazy. All right, back to the story. So let's talk about this from a different standpoint of just, hey, here's the crime, here's what happened. Because I think Charlie getting summoned to the Hamptons by private equity and them trying to tell him, hey, we want to buy speakers, and what I mean by speakers, they wanted to pay people to be at the events to be able to push out the different agendas. And Charlie was like, no. And he didn't take the money. And when you don't take that handout, well, now here's a new way of approaching the legacy of Turning Point USA and how you can start trying to discount what Charlie means and says. So this is where the rhetoric turns up. I don't know if you guys felt it in the last 2 months, but it was more like, here's this blatant racist, here's this guy who said this, and then the media, mass media gets a hold of it. It gets into Discords, it gets into Twitter, Reddit, it gets everywhere, and you can't stop it, okay? I've seen narratives get pushed out about things in companies that make zero sense, like to fundamentalists, right? Like I'm a fundamentals guy. I go, okay, you tell me this company's going to go bankrupt, and all of the media said it's going to go bankrupt. Every video, every movie, every documentary, and this company has no debt and $9 billion cash. You're like, how's that even possible? Oh, because private equity bet against it. Private equity wants it to go bankrupt. That's how it usually happens, right? But there's so many examples I can give to you. I have a whole series on YouTube called Connect the Dots. Go watch it. 95 parts. You'd be blown away. But I have to make this video. This is Connect the Dots part 96, by the way, as we're doing it. So I'm trying to connect these dots, right? And I know how people are paid to push out misinformation. I know how people are made to infiltrate chat channels because I was a captive investigator. I was a captive investigator, graduate of the United States Army Military Police School. And by being a captive investigator, you learn how the Department of Defense, the DOJ, everybody, FBI, how you can infiltrate chat channels and you're a different identity, and or you befriend someone and now you start creating this narrative. So that's why I say I want to see the Discord messages. I want to see the text messages, because when I look at this murder, this assassination, let's throw up all the red flags that we see, okay? People see people walking across the roof. Nobody says anything. That kills me. That really alarms me. The minute the shot goes off, a lot of people have viewed the footage, and it looks like the shot in the neck was an exit wound, not an entrance wound. So let's change the way we're looking at it. And if that were the case, and the shot would have come from behind Charlie, would have went in back of his head, an entrance wound that you would never see, something very small, and then it would exit through here. And that seems to be consistent with the footage. You say, okay, so what was the shot heard around the world? Well, if you put a rifle out there and you put it out there for him, because I didn't see it on the stairwell, I didn't see him come to campus with it. So if there's a rifle out there and he shoots it, and it doesn't fire a shot, it's just a blank shot. It's a one done shot too. That really got me, because one shot from that range, from that trajectory, with that momentum, that velocity, There's a whole different I know you guys don't shoot weapons. I've shot plenty of weapons. Watched the videos. I have all these awards when I was in the military for shooting weapons. I'm gonna tell you guys something. A gunshot. I don't care if it's a NATO round. I don't care. Just from what I can see, that rifle, that'll put down a grizzly bear. Like you wouldn't just see just this bloop, and it looked like an exit wound to the point where now we're pouring down instead of like a in. And I don't know how to explain it. Did it get lodged into him? I mean, the autopsy is going to be doctored, I feel. But who cares? Let's just go off the premise that he was shot by the shooter. All right? I'll even play your game there. Now you got this old man who says, it was me, it was me, it was me, just to try to throw people off the scent. But if I'm in the crowd and I hear a gunshot, I'm going to be looking for the gunshot where it came from, and I'm going to start tracking that way. I'm going to start moving feet that way to find someone. I want to get eyes on. I want to get my phone out. And I saw none of that. I saw a crowd of people that were expecting this outcome. And if you guys don't know what I mean by that, it's not that they're landlocked and gridlocked and no. When the kid who asked the question, I forget his name right now, but when he asked that question, you had a gunner, a sniper on the roof for 40 minutes, 30 minutes, while Charlie was sitting there answering questions. And then finally a trans question comes, and that's when we shoot. Boom. And did you guys know that the guy who actually asked the question is a content creator? I saw his interview. He already did an interview 2 days later. And it's already up on the channel. It's already going, oh, well, me and my followers, we knew we were going to ask this question. The question we were going to ask was about trans shooting, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, so you already told everybody. Here it is. Yeah, so we were all there to see Charlie's reaction, how he was going to answer. Okay, so let's just say you're innocent. Let's just say that there was nothing nefarious behind it. Well, there's a Discord and there's a Twitter account that was sending out messages saying, I wish somebody would evaporate Charlie tomorrow. Show up tomorrow because it's going to be big. It's something big is going to happen tomorrow. Like these kids are like kids in a can, like the day before Christmas, and you know what you got wrapped, right? That's what they were like. They were like, oh my God, what are you unwrapping? What are you getting? Knowing damn well what the present is. That's how I feel when I watch it. I watch the video. I watch the reactions a lot. Now there's true Charlie supporters, and they were shocked. Some were in shock and awe. And I get it. They're not built for combat. But this kid was able to scale the building, run the whole way, not get caught. So, I mean, I saw minimal foot traffic from a scattering crime scene, an assassination scene. You're telling me that everyone was flooding out of the school, out of that area, did not get shot again. There was only one shot. But this is your protocol. So show me where the barricades were. Show me, because, mind you, we'll go back to my military career. I've done EPW camps. I've done crowd control. I've done physical security. You have to have it built to have control points if you're going to go ahead and put security into place and manage the inflow in the crowd. So where were your barricades? Are you telling me that you barricaded off this crowd so that this kid could have a straight getaway from the roof? That's my problem. The kid scaled the roof, and I only saw one person in view walking along the sidewalk. We were talking about 2,000 people at this school site shooting, and no one was scattering and running for the streets. Nobody screaming, nobody running, nothing. Charlie Kirk just got his neck blown off, and you're going to tell me nothing. Okay, so these are all the problems I have at the scene, right? So do I think he's up there with the rifle? It's almost like a scene from the movie The Shooter. If you guys have ever seen that, where you have this automatic rifle that shoots a shot, and just because Mark Wahlberg's in the vicinity, and now we're ready to take him out type style, right? But this kid gets away, a clean getaway, which it has to be once in a lifetime to do this, to have a clean getaway. And then they have pictures everywhere, right? Grainy pictures. Show me the videos. Make it very simple for the public. Show the CCTV footage, right? The closed caption TV footage. Just show it. And then you'd be like, oh, wow, this is what really happened on security cams. This is what really happened. Yes, he was there all day. He was lingering. He came in with a different set of clothes. He changed. He went and did this. My dogs are excited again. Settle down. Settle down. Anyway, so now that we see where we're at with the story, right? Can we please? Hey, guys. There's nobody at the door. It's nobody. And trust me, you don't want to be at my door because I'm at the ready. Anyway, these guys are going to bark. I'll go to the room. It's okay, long video, I know, but I just want to get this all out so people understand the story and why I have inconsistencies with the story, and I have questions. So here we go. Yeah, going to the studio. Sorry. Okay, so check this out. So now we're at a new part. We're at the part where he's, according to the text messages, he's gathered up all his things. He left his rifle in the woods. Now let's talk about the text messages, right? So I have a feeling that the FBI used AI to use the text messages to make up a story. The verbiage is not good enough for me. And I'm going to type it in right here. Charlie Kirk text messages. I'm sure it'll come up this way, right? And yeah, so this is a day ago. Boom, extended text messages. Here we go. The partner reacted. Okay, here we go. The text exchange between Mr. Robinson and his partner. Here, let me set my phone up so that we can do this better. There we go. Okay, sorry guys. I want to talk this out with you, if you guys don't mind. Okay. So here comes the really inconsistent parts. First, now we've talked about private equity. We understand that there's a narrative involved. We understand they're billionaires and they can make anything happen. We saw Jeffrey Epstein disappear. We've seen Mr. President get blocked and banned on multiple social media apps. That would be Elliott Management, who was managing Twitter at the time. You've seen the pressure from the administration at the time that they put onto Facebook so that you wouldn't have certain profiles and words being said and blocked and banned from conservatives. So telling me that Jimmy Kimmel's the scapegoat is one thing when I can show you numerous examples across all platforms that you muted the conservative voice. Okay, we got that part. But let's talk about this inconsistency with the murder suspect themselves. So it says here the text exchange between Mr. Robinson and his partner was reproduced by prosecutors in a charging document. It showed that Mr. Robinson had texted his partner shortly after the shooting on Wednesday. So you've been gone from your boyfriend all day, and finally you text your boyfriend and you say, quick, the partner reacted to asking, you weren't the one who did. Okay, so let me do this. Let me get text messages from the shooter. Okay, so we are going to read this line for line right now. And I want you to understand how I feel about this. Okay, each line I'm going to explain. So Robinson, this is his text to his boyfriend. Drop what you're doing. Look under my keyboard. So you mean to tell me you guys live in an apartment or wherever you guys live in a house, you guys are roommates, and you want them to stop what they're doing and look under the keyboard? Not good morning, how you been? Hey, got a second? It wasn't a phone call, okay? You didn't call anybody, you text. Now, that might be consistent with teens, except this is like a big thing. Like, I think you would call. Hey, you got a second? Not drop what you're doing, check underneath my keyboard. Then what are you doing? Are you waiting? It says, when the roommate looked under the keyboard, there was a note that allegedly read, I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it. This makes zero sense to me. So how did you get this opportunity? Who presented you with this opportunity to kill Charlie Kirk? Was it from Discord? Was it somebody you met? Or were you just all of a sudden, I got this idea, I'm going to go onto this roof and I'm going to shoot him straight on. I'm going to find a way up there and I'm going to shoot him with my grandfather's rifle, right? But I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk and I did it. So that's what you wrote. And on the piece of paper that they said has been destroyed, but that the boyfriend took a picture of it before he destroyed it. That doesn't make sense to me either. But, and then the roommate writes, what? You're joking, right? Okay, that sounds like a joke. It says, I am still okay, my love, but I am stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. You didn't capitalize Orem either, but that's fine. Yet. For a little while longer yet. Are you like Shakespearean? Are you like an English major or drama major? I didn't know. Shouldn't be long until I come home, but I gotta grab my rifle still. Okay. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age. I am sorry to involve you. How are you involving them? You're involving them to say that you took the chance of kill Charlie Kirk? Is that it? You're texting them, you're involving them, but you wanted to keep it to old age? I mean, this is already giving you an alibi of some kind or a storyline. Says, and then the roommate says, you weren't the one who did it, right? I am. I'm sorry. I thought they caught the person. Well, we know that they didn't catch the person right away. It wasn't announced that they caught somebody. It wasn't announced that they were interrogating anybody. No, they grabbed some crazy old dude. When was that said? Hours later? Then interrogated someone in similar clothing. How would they even know what you wore? Okay? They wouldn't even know what you wore. What do you mean similar clothing? There was no visual. There was no, hey, we know what you're wearing. We're gonna go ahead and question you. And so it said it interrogated someone in similar clothing. But Mr. Robinson, Tyler, when did you text this? Why would you say this? Okay, I had planned to grab my rifle from the drop point. What? Okay, drop point. Okay, let's think about this for a second. In the military, we say things like landing zone, drop point. That's military talk. So you're not a military guy. I had planned to grab my rifle from my drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. How would you know? Are you on your phone? Are you checking it all out? It's quiet, almost enough to get out. But there's one vehicle lingering. You don't use the word vehicle, and you don't say lingering. You could say there's still one car over here. We don't know what's really going on. And maybe this is the way you talk. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm way beyond of it. He said, why? That's the question. Why? Now we're going to create the motive right now. We're not going to say, did you go to the bathroom? Are you hungry? Did you eat? Did you take food with you? Do you need me to come get you? How long is it going to take you to get home? Where are you at right now? What did you say you did? Oh my God. Does your mom know? Does your dad know? Why don't you call them? Did you call anybody? Does anybody else know? How about our friends? Did anybody know that you were going to do this? Did you talk to anybody? What are we doing? Why didn't you tell me? Oh my God. Like, FaceTime me. Call me right now. Call me. Let's talk on the phone. No. It was why. And then you write back, Mr. Robinson, why did I do it? Like a question. Yeah. And then here we go. I have never seen a paragraph this so well manufactured. I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. Charlie Kirk. Okay, good. So some can't be negotiated out. That's what you said. Then, if I am able to grab my rifle unseen, like you're going to put unseen, what are you going to do? You're going to be seen? You're not going to be seen? I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully they have moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it. So you're just driving in circles for hours? You're in your car? And when you haven't heard of them finding it? You haven't heard about anything with finding it? Don't worry, they announced it the next morning, Tyler. The next day. How long have you been planning this? That's the next question, the roommate says. A bit over a week, I believe. A bit over a week, I believe. Well, are you counting the days? I can get close to it, but there's a squad car. Squad car. Not a cop car. A squad car. Not an SUV. Not a car. No, a squad car. Parked right by it. I think they already swept the spot, but I don't want to chance it. Then Robin says, I'm wishing I had circled back and grabbed it as soon as I got to my vehicle. As soon as I got to my car? No, as soon as I got to my vehicle again. I'm worried what my old man would do if I didn't bring back Grandpa's rifle. What the fuck? Like, is this what you're doing? Now we're giving the rifle an identity. Now it's your grandpa's rifle. It couldn't just be, I'm worried that I got to get this gun back because it's not mine. No, I'm worried that what my old man would do if I didn't bring back my grandpa's rifle. Now we know where it's at, right? I deal with it. I don't even know what it says. I don't know if it had a serial number. All of a sudden, you've been planning this for weeks and you don't know. But it would trace. But it wouldn't trace to me. Obviously, I worry about prints. I had to leave it in a bush where I changed outfits. There you go. Another explanation of what you did. Didn't have the ability or time to bring it with. I might have to abandon it. This is really good. I might have to leave it. No, I might have to abandon it and hope they don't find prints. How the F will I explain losing it to my old man. So you want to explain to your old man how you lost a rifle. That's your biggest thing. You couldn't just say, you know what? I'm not going to say shit. How would they even know you took it? But did you say, Dad, can I borrow the rifle? Is that it? I lost it. Only thing I left was the rifle wrapped in a towel. Now you tell him again. It's like you just giving out the crime to your boyfriend. Cool. Remember how I was engraving bullets? See, this is the part. Remember how I was engraving bullets. So you're telling me that your boyfriend knew about it, knew that you were engraving bullets. The messages are mostly a big meme. Who says that? Who talks this way? It's a big meme. Why are you trying to explain the meme to a kid who knows memes? I don't have to explain anything to them. If you see Notice Bulge UWU on Fox News, I might have a stroke. All right, I'm going to have to leave it. That really effing sucks. Judging from today, I say Grandpa's gun does just fine. I don't know. Oh, that's your bragging moment? I think that was a 2K scope. Yeah, it was a $2,000 scope. Is that what you think? Then delete this exchange. So by this time, this is the next day. It has to be, right? It can't. You mean to tell me you stayed in your car for a whole day? Where'd you go to the bathroom? What did you eat? What did you pack? I gotta know. Water? What? Your adrenaline's pumping? Now all of a sudden, your dad wants photos of the rifle. He says Grandpa wants to know who has what. Your grandfather wants to know too? The feds released photos of the rifle, and it's very unique. He's calling me right now, not answering. So let me get this right. The feds released a picture of the rifle only. They did not release a picture of you, Mr. Robinson, just the rifle. And that was enough to trigger a response from everybody. I have firearms, and so does everybody else. And if you saw one, I wouldn't say, that's my gun. It doesn't work that way. It says, since Trump, and then this out of nowhere. This is great. This is another one where since Trump got into office, my dad has been pretty diehard MAGA. Oh, God. Yeah, we asked, and since Trump got into office, he's been elected and been a president and covered the span of the last 12 years, on and off. So since when? What are you so mad about? But the story sounds good. I'm going to turn myself in willingly. One of my neighbors here is a deputy for the sheriff. So now this is another whole day. You haven't texted your boyfriend anywhere in between there. Your boyfriend didn't text you back any messages at all. Nothing. This was it. These are the text messages. You are all I worry about, my love. I'm much more worried about you. Don't talk to the media, please. Don't take any interviews and make any comments. If any police ask you any questions, ask for a lawyer and stay silent. Of course. Plausible deniability. Let me tell you something. And they questioned this kid for a couple of hours and let him go. And you're telling me you assassinated Charlie Kirk and we didn't keep him into custody for 48 hours. I mean, I watched the first 48, right? I watched that show religiously. And I've seen better investigative skills in the first 48 than I did in this bullshit. This is the best you got to offer, Utah. This is the best you got to offer the FBI. This is complete rubbish. This manufactured piece of dialogue is rubbish. Now I tell you, private equity, listen clearly. I know what the story is. I know the motives behind it. But a man does not get assassinated in this fashion and this type of cover-up unless he would cost you your identity. Charlie Kirk was going to break the cabal because Charlie Kirk is a man of faith. He's a man that is on the right side of the compass, his moral compass. He had you guys pinned. He said, you know what? You know how you beat the left, and all this narrative of the socially elite? You just gotta pray. Just gotta love the woman you're with and have a baby and raise the babies and just live a great life. We're all sinners. I've been reflecting so much on my life, all the terrible choices I've made. Me, myself. I'm human. But I can't stay quiet anymore. I can't. I got to post. And I have a huge platform. You know why I say a huge platform? Because I have at least one person that'll watch it front to back, and maybe they'll learn something about this. That's all it takes. I don't have millions of viewers. I don't have millions of followers and people to watch. No, but I have a story. The story is that from my perspective of being a graduate of multiple schools and training, over 600 hours of training with Army leadership training courses, you name it, I've done it. And I'm telling you now, I mean, shit, we've got awards for everything out here. Just so much to invest in and to think about. But this murder and this assassination was more than just a kid on a roof. And now you see the fruits of it. You see the benefits of it from certain sides. You try to shrink a voice. And I'm so confident that people like Candace Owens and people like Tucker Carlson and people like Erica Kirk, they're not gonna lay down. They're not, and God bless Erica Kirk. I saw this person online just earlier. She said she was like a therapist or somebody, and she was saying that Erica is not acting the right way. She's doing her makeup, she has her nails done and her hair done, and she's doing public speaking events, and she's not really grieving. And I was just like, wow, man, the left just really goes wild. And you see, I say the left, and that might trigger you. That might trigger you by me saying the left, right? Here's how I'm going to end this for you. If I say the left and it triggers you, you're the problem. Because when you say all conservatives feel this certain way, the right, the MAGA conservatives, all this, I don't care. I don't care what you say about me. You could put me in that category with those people, with radicals, whatever it may be, with the Nick Fuentes of the world, and guess what I do? I just say, that's fine. You labeled me, you judged me, and I will tell you, I will pray for you, but I'm going to be a better man. Because the only one that really has a hold on my life is Jesus. That's it, Jesus and God himself. And I'm going to tell you something. The way I live my life, or the way that I will continue to live my life, is that I will try to better myself every day. I will do all the work I can. I will be the impact I want to be for my family. You guys want to know about the changes that you can make for the Conservative Party? You want to know what you can do for America? I know people ask these questions all the time. What could I do? What could I do? You're not answering these questions, right? You're not really solving problems. You're placing blame. Okay, you want to solve the problem? Be a better person. That's it. I don't care what the identity you pin on me. I want to be a better person. That's what I've learned from all of this. And it's so unfortunate that it has to cost this young man his life, but the impact Charlie makes in 31 years of being on this earth is going to live infinitely longer than anyone could speak ill will against him. And you just remember that. This is my TED Talk. No, this is my this is how I will not accept the murder and assassination of Charlie Kirk by this one man. I hope you guys understand just all the influential avenues that are placed upon you as being an American, understanding that this world is fixed. You're in a matrix to a point, but do the best within that matrix. Good luck to you guys. Good luck to the story. And if you have any comments, feel free to like and subscribe. Throw it down at the bottom. I just took 30 minutes out of my night to let you know that I support Charlie Kirk, I support Erica Kirk, and I support the movement that he started, Turning Point USA. Enjoy. Peace. Morant's Rants, YouTube. You know where to find me.